You just got something you really wanted. Maybe it was a promotion. Maybe it was a relationship you had been pursuing. Maybe it was something smaller, a meal you had been craving, a purchase you had been saving for, a goal you had been working toward for months. And for a moment, a brief, shining moment, it was everything you hoped. And then something crept in, something you did not expect, something that made no sense. You felt sad, not devastated, not heartbroken, just a low, quiet sadness that settled in your chest like a stone. You got what you wanted. You should be happy. So why are you not? Here is the truth that nobody talks about. Getting what you want can make you sad. And it is not a character flaw. It is not ingratitude. It is not you being broken. It is your brain doing exactly what it was designed to do. Your brain has a reward system. When you pursue something desirable, your brain releases dopamine. Not when you get the thing. During the pursuit, the chase, the wanting. Dopamine is not the chemical of pleasure. It is the chemical of anticipation, of motivation, of more. A landmark study by researcher Wolfram Schultz at the University of Cambridge mapped this precisely. Dopamine fires hardest when a reward is anticipated but not yet received. The moment you actually get the thing, dopamine drops, sometimes below baseline. The high is in the wanting, not the having. This is why the first bite of a delicious meal is the best. Why the first day of vacation feels more exciting than the last. Why the pursuit of a goal feels more alive than achieving it. Your brain is literally more engaged by the chase than the capture. And when the chase ends, when the goal is achieved, when the thing is finally yours, your brain goes quiet. The dopamine that was driving you forward suddenly has nowhere to go. And in that silence, sadness creeps in. Psychologists call this arrival fallacy, the belief that reaching a goal will bring lasting happiness. A 2011 study by Ken Sheldon at the University of Missouri found that people who achieved major life goals experienced a brief spike in happiness followed by a return to their baseline emotional state within weeks. Sometimes they ended up less happy than before, because the goal that had given their life direction was now gone. You spent months or years orienting your life towards something, waking up with purpose, going to sleep with direction. Every day had meaning because every day was a step toward the thing. And then you got it. And now what? The ancient Greeks had a word for this. Kenosis, the emptiness that follows fulfillment. They understood that achieving a desire does not fill you. It empties you. Because the desire itself was filling you all along. Your ancestors did not have time to feel this. They were too busy surviving. The hunter who caught the deer did not sit around feeling sad about it. He ate. He prepared for the next hunt. The next survival challenge was always right there, immediate and demanding. You do not have that. You can achieve a goal on Monday and have nothing but open, unstructured time stretching out in front of you. And in that emptiness, your brain searches for meaning. And when it does not find it, it defaults to sadness. A 2019 study published in the journal Emotion showed that people who reported achieving all their major life goals had higher rates of depression than people who still had goals to pursue. The achieved group reported feeling directionless, purposeless, sad. The people who were still striving were happier, not because they had more, but because they had more to want. This is the cruel irony of success. The things you think will make you happy often just reveal the happiness that was never there to begin with. The goal was carrying you, and when it is gone, you feel the weight of your own emptiness. But here is the part that changes everything. This sadness is not a sign that something is wrong with you. It is a sign that your brain is working exactly as designed. It is a signal, not a malfunction. The signal says, you have completed a chapter. Now find the next one. Not because you are broken, but because you are human. And humans are built for the chase, for the striving, for the next thing. The sadness after achievement is not the end. It is the beginning. It is your brain telling you, that chapter is done. What is the next one? Tonight, when you feel that quiet sadness after getting something you wanted, you are going to understand it. It is not failure. It is not ingratitude. It is the echo of a brain built for the savannah, for the hunt, for the next challenge. You are not broken. You are just built for more than one achievement. That changes everything.